Hey guys, welcome back to another Flesh and Blood video. This video is proudly brought to you by the House of Cards, the official sponsor of my stream. Be sure to check out the link in the description below for all of your Flesh and Blood needs. If you've played a lot of Viserai, or you've played a lot of Guardian, you know that Viserai doesn't typically struggle into Victor. As Victor, we're forced to play cards like Zealous Belting, Rouse the Ancients, and Command & Conquer Pummel to try and put them on the back foot before Viserai can set up 15 to 20 rune chants and just ruin our day. If Viserai approaches this matchup from an OTK standpoint, I think it's almost impossible for them to lose because they set up 20 to 25 rune chants and then throw Arknight Ascendancy at us, and it's just all downhill from there, and there's no way to really recover. If Viserai decides to go the route of playing something like Reaping Blade or Nebula Blade, then there's a chance that we can put them on the back foot, apply enough pressure early game, and actually win the game by just unrelenting pressure. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I hope you enjoyed the match. We're playing against Viserai, and I chose to go first so that they're not able to set up here. What I'm thinking we might do is just Arsenal the Debilitate and pass here and kind of see what they do on their first turn. We have a pretty decent hand. We could block with the Wallop and pitch the Macho Grande for resources if we wanted to try and like block some rune chants. It's also dependent upon whether they're going to use Nebula Blade like offensively or whether they're going to like use Nebula Blade to try and set up here. It's really all about like what their hand looks like and what they're trying to accomplish here. A lot of decks play OTK into me, so it like we bring in AB1 and we hope it's enough, but most of the time it's not. So we're just going to go ahead and throw the Debilitate here, and we'll probably Arsenal the Golden Sun here. I do have one Test of Strength in the deck, so technically I can generate a gold in this matchup, but it's not an easy thing to do. I imagine our opponent will probably just block somewhere between 6 to 8. Ooh, they block 5. Interesting. I assumed that they would block more aggressively there, but I'm curious about their decision right there and why they did that. That was, I don't know, that was an interesting decision to me. They immediately just blocked with the grasp right there. Maybe they're going to play more offensive and they're trying to like set up a good offensive hand with Nebula Blade here. It does appear that way. Runic Reckoning is make a rune chant, and no, I'm sorry, it costs 1 less to play for each rune chant, but it's next rune blade attack action gets +3. All right, so Maw Rune Skies means we're going to be giving some equipment here. So I think we are taking the rune chants here. And then this is going to be for 7. I think we're going to go 3, 5, 7 here. I don't know if this is the best way to use my equipment this game, but I think this is what we want to be doing. And then I'm going to go Zealous Belting. I mean, if I take 1, which I think I should, and then I can take 4 to be pretty aggressive here, go to 33, give him a rune chant, and then play pretty aggressively here with my hand. I think that's okay. I think that's an okay line of play for me. We're going to throw the Zealous Belting, and then I'm like kind of stuck on throwing the Disable here because I don't really want to give up the Disable here when he doesn't have an arsenal, but I do think that throwing 9 is better than throwing the hammer, so we're just going to put as much pressure as we can on them here. It also lets us use our Tunic effectively, so it's kind of like a 1-2 combo there for us. The one thing that does feel really bad is that we only have 1 point of equipment left to block with here the rest of the game, and that's a feels bad here. Take 5, go to 27. Okay. Yeah, this hand is not great. So 1 from the Runic Reclamation, and then 1 from playing the... So this is going to be for 6, right? I think let's pitch the Rouse here. We'll pitch the Rouse to play some defense here. They make a rune chant. This is going to be for 7. I guess I don't know where they thought they'd only made 2 rune chants this turn, but okay. There's no on-hit effect here, so like I'm pretty inclined to just take some damage here. I mean, I guess that like they have the we can't prevent arcane damage because they made a third rune chant, so I guess that was actually like pretty relevant, but I would have had to have given up like 2 cards and the gauntlets here just to block that out, and I really don't think that's where I want to be. So we'll just go ahead and throw the hammer for 6 here. We ended up not getting punished for that blocking mistake, but that could have been bad for us. Like, I think it was off the top of my head definitely a mistake because I didn't realize that that was something that could happen to us. But at the same time, like, I don't really know that we can ever block there. Like, I don't know that there's a world where I'm ever blocking right there just because I have to give up 2 cards and the gauntlets there. I don't know. That feels like seems like a trap to block that right there. This hand is not good. I really don't like when the pummel clump together. It is an unfortunate side effect of when I'm playing 3 pummels online. I mean, I guess I can't prevent arcane, but like it doesn't matter, right? Like I'm not gonna prevent arcane anyway. Let's just take 4 and see what happens. Like this hand technically plays CNC pummel here. Like and this is 4. Yeah, I mean I think this is okay. We can go to 18 and throw CNC pummel here. Like I think that's okay for us. I don't hate this. Now, they might give me 3 cards and grasp, which in that case, I will just arsenal a pummel here. Huh. Surprised they gave me the value of pummel right there. I mean, we pushed through 4 points, but we completely, like, we just leave them with 1 card here. CNC pummel getting a lot of value for us. Discards a lead the charge, and his arsenal was a blue Amplify the Arknight. Or I'm sorry, that's a red Amplify the Arknight. I love this because it also represents pummel, so like there's a lot of value in like the concept of what we have here. Just going to 10, huh? Oh, just giving the sink below? Okay. So they're not really, I mean, I guess the pummel could be good for me here if I did have it, but like, I'd probably still play it if I had the pummel here, but so I pretty much just want to block with the Spinal Crush here if I can. Doesn't look like that's really going to be an option for me, but so I mean, yeah, what is this? 6 rune chance? I think we can just take the 6 rune chance here. Should I use Tunic on one of them? I don't need Tunic next turn, so I just should, right? Like, it's technically the better play here. This is for 1. I mean, yeah, we're just gonna give the gauntlets here. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know like what pumps they could be playing randomly. They can't razor this because it costs 2. I guess they could be on like some kind of pummel nonsense. They're not really playing like OTK, so I don't know why they would be on pummel, but like I know that some of the more OTK stylists run pummel like pretty aggressively, but I haven't seen it here. Like I don't like, it doesn't really make sense to me to have it in this list. Come the Arknight, discarding a Mordred Tide. To go get a I assume like the last Swarming Gloomveil here or something like that. Probably like some kind of 0 for 4. A Drawn to the Dark Dimension. So my opponent's just trying to force cards out of my hand. I actually really like this play for my opponent. It works out in my favor because I still have a card I want to block with here. But that was a good line there. We're now at 9. And why do they have a card to Arsenal? Oh, they drew a card? Yeah. Never mind. I'm like having a stroke. Ignore me. So this is a pretty good hand. I mean, we get to throw 13 at our opponent when they're at 14. It's definitely not like going to force blocks, but this is pretty good. Chokeslam isn't really a card they need to block. I don't think they like really care about this card for the most part. The only card that they really play that gains power that I'm even aware of is Swarming Gloomveil, and 2 of them are in the bin already, so a test of strength could be very good here for us. I do think we're going to block the Rune Chance here. They have exactly 3 Rune Chance. It feels like it would be a crime for me to not do that. Let's block with Test of Strength and see what we come back with. Hopefully we win this clash. I would like to win this clash as we really need to... We need to draw a card so that we can play our Chokeslam here. And yep, immediately cry myself to sleep because my opponent has a... My opponent just beat me clashing with a blue Vexing Malice. Man. That's a big sad right there. Needed to, like, we don't have a lot of cards left in deck that whiff. Like, there's a Pummel on the bottom. We have a Pummel we haven't seen, and then there's there's one Asunder. I'm pretty sure we pitched a Asunder already too. So the fact that they said no blocks is kind of terrifying. I doubt we'll be able to keep. I doubt I'll be able to block with only the E-Strike here, but I guess it is possible. And if I can only block with the E-Strike, then I get to play CNC Pummel here because Tunic is coming up, which there's a lot of value in. But again, the odds of me being able to keep 3 cards here when I'm at 9 and they kept all 5 cards are not likely. But they did start by pitching Arknight Shard, which is kind of surprising to draw a card. So I'm a little surprised there at the start of their turn, but... So this is going to be Creepers in something with Go again. I'm going to go to 6. And then more than likely going to have to block here. Yeah, they chose Draw Card. Okay. Yellow Mauvran Skies is really good too, because like I want to stop the on-hit effect from whatever that is. They play Revel, so I'm automatically at 1 here pretty much. So we're just pitching the Pummel here. We're going to take the other 4 Rune Chance. And then if that's a blue, or I guess it can be anything, right? We're just dead here. Like we block here to try and stop this, and then our opponent throws the Nebula Blade at me. Red or not, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Rune Chant, go down to 1, and then this comes in for 4, and they finish the game. My opponent played this very well. I've never really played against like the hard aggro Viserai like that with Nebula Blade, but they still played it pretty well, and they were able to close it out. On the second turn of the game, I gave up Crown of Providence and Gauntlets of Iron Will to block efficiently instead of over-blocking with a card from my hand. Now, I'm not sure if that was correct, but that did allow me to keep my Go Again cards and apply quite a bit of pressure. So looking back on it, giving up my equipment that early was probably bad for me, but I don't really see a better way that turn lines up for me. So I'm not 100% sure if that was a mistake or correct. On turn 3, I made the mistake of letting Swarming Gloomveil hit me with the text of I could no longer prevent arcane damage. I still had a resource floating, which means I wanted to prevent more arcane. Luckily, my opponent didn't throw any more attacks at me, so there was no more Rune Chance coming my way, but that was a misstep. The only thing to consider is that I would have had to have given up 2 cards from my hand and Gauntlets of Iron Will, or given up all 3 cards from my hand to stop the on-hit effect right there. I was pretty surprised to see my opponent just block 6 when I threw the Command and Conquer, not really respecting the Pummel there, considering that I had taken all of their damage to keep my entire hand. I'm not really sure what was going through their head right there, but it didn't really end up costing them too much during the game. Losing the Test of Strength was pretty rough for me late in the game there because it took my card from an 8-point turn to a 6-point turn, which at the end of the game, when you're playing a close game with Viserai, you know that every single point matters. Guys, if you see anything you think I missed, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear about it. If you liked the video, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy, guys.